Hi there, my name is Amy Jones, and I am the founder and CEO of TerraFauna Journeys. TerraFauna Journeys exists to inspire conservation one journey at a time. I often say that we are a conservation company just doing it by way of travel. The problems that we are addressing in our modern society is one, the planet is in peril. We're experiencing climate change, we're experiencing natural disasters. We know the earth is heating is at an exponential rate. And the second problem that we are addressing is we are shifting the language in the travel industry. A large percentage of our industry is made up of mass tourism, and that mass tourism model, which directly contributes to that problem of our planet and all of the problems that coincide with the degrading health of our planet. And so the ways that we are impacting how I like to refer to as our wider society or global community is we're solving those two problems by offering well-curated conservation travel journeys. And through those journeys, we are supporting conservation organizations that are doing the good work of protecting biodiversity and protecting major and minor fauna around the world, as well as protecting indigenous communities and preserving local culture. A couple of examples of that are, the Jane Goodall Institute in Uganda, or Rewilding Chile in southern Chile, and the good work that they're doing throughout that region with the reintroduction of the rhea and the conservation of the puma. We also work with Australian Geographic Travel, and we're partnering with the Red Panda Network. And so the way that we approach our product design is a healthy percentage of that margin goes directly back into the pockets of not only the conservation organizations and the researchers, but the communities that we visit and the suppliers that we choose to partner with in the supply chain. And so that trickle down effect of the traveler's dollar goes all the way through to the mom and pop shops that we have the opportunity to visit on the ground. And the second way we're impacting the global society is giving people a tangible way to help. I think in our day and age, this idea of our planet's health degrading, it can quickly become overwhelming. And so this is a tangible way that people can not only do something for themselves and have that cross-cultural exchange, do things that are good for their mental health, all the number of benefits that travel brings us builds our global community, but it's also putting as much money as we can back into the pockets of conservation. And yeah, what are my thoughts? What are my dreams? What am I hoping for in the future? That's a loaded question because I tend to be a pretty goal-oriented person. But I would say immediately in the year 2026, I have a goal of serving 250 travelers that will travel around the world through, on our small group journeys to Uganda, Argentina, Costa Rica, Peru, Brazil. We're working on a Nepali project, a Namibia project. And as a result of that, putting a large dollar amount, like I said, back into the conservation work in these destinations. I would say long term, what I dream of is a day where it is the norm in our industry to talk about regenerative travel and responsible travel, where plastic water bottles are not being used, and it's the norm to support lodges that are African owned and operated, and it's the norm to choose driving over flying or riding a train over driving. That these just aren't big questions to tour operators and to the traveler, and that the traveler is much more educated, and it's not as difficult to cut through the greenwashing and the noise, and it's very apparent to them on how they can travel this way and how they can think more intentionally and travel more meaningfully and use their dollars to better the planet, better themselves, and better the destinations and communities that they get to visit. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate this opportunity, and I look forward to hearing from you.